Okay, here we want to be able to determine an appropriate viewing rectangle for the given function and then use it to draw the graph. We have f of x, which is equal to x squared minus 36x plus 32. Well, what might help us determine the appropriate viewing rectangle is to convert this into another form by completing the square. So let's go ahead and go through how we would complete the square. We would have f of x, which is equal to x squared. We have minus 36x, we have plus n, and then on the outside is minus n plus 32. Then we need to complete the square, so that means n is going to be 1/2 of b squared. Well, the value of b in our problem is negative 36, so we have 1/2 times negative 36, squaring that, so we get negative 18. And negative 18 squared is 324. So now let's replace n to be 324. So we have x squared minus 36x plus 324 minus 324 plus 32. And now we can complete the square here. And so that means we have x minus 18 squared, and minus 324 plus 32 is minus 292. So this tells us that we would have a vertex at 18 and negative 292. So if we want to graph this on our calculator, so we can put in our function, which we can put in the original function if we wanted to, or this function. We can put in x minus 18 squared minus 292. And then let's go ahead and put in our window. So for our x-intercepts, we can see that we're going to have maybe negative 10 to positive 10. And let's go to positive 40. And then the y-minimum, well, we know it's going to go down to negative 292 for the vertex, so we want to go a little bit lower than that to make it negative 300. And then we can make the y-maximum, since this is plus 32, since that would be the y-intercept, let's make that 100. And then we can graph. And then we're able to see our graph. And then we can also do that on Desmos. So let's do that on Desmos. So we're going to put in x minus 18, and that's squared, minus 292. And again, we want to make sure that we can view it in our window. So we're using our x viewing tangle is negative 10 to positive 40, and we're using negative 300 to positive 100. And then therefore we can see what our x-intercepts are, we can see what our vertex is, and we can see what our y-intercept is. So what we can say is, since the graph is a parabola, it's opening upward, and an appropriate viewing rectangle should include the minimum point, which is what we had, 18, negative 292, and completing the square, this is what we got, and so the minimum point is 18, negative 292. And then there is our graph.